Hi, I'm Alex. Welcome to the Whiskey Logic. Today we're going to be reviewing the Ledaig 5-year-old Swordstone of Mull. So this is a brand new release from the Ledaig distillery. I had to get it directly from the distillery themselves. It's bottled at 61.1%. It is non-chill filtered and there is no color added. All the things we like to see. It's a 5-year-old Madeira cask, and I don't remember if it's finished or not. It says finished, so it's finished. It's got this really beautiful color to the bottle. I'll let you see if you can take a look at both of these here, but it's got this really beautiful color. Um, it is a punch in the mouth at 5 years old. Anyone who's familiar with Ledaig there's the Tobermory's peated line of whiskeys, and something that they're one of my top three whiskeys probably the last 2 years. I absolutely love them and everything they do. This is gonna be interesting because this is definitely like the youngest age stated whiskey I've had from them, and it's such a high ABV. We may have to add water to this one. All right, let's get into it. On the nose, it's got quite a bit of ethanol on the nose. It's quite punchy. Which is making me not totally get all the notes I think that I'm gonna get in here. I think I will add water to this once I've done it completely neat. So I'm getting some chocolate, char, and smoke. Almost like a sweet layer of something I can't describe. It's this fruity chocolatiness, but the fruit is almost like it comes and then it goes, and I can't really fully identify it. And I think that's just because of the high proof. All right, let's have a taste. Oh, that is really good. That definitely is quite a pack of heat coming in, but oh my gosh, it is actually quite fruity. It feels like very kind of charred cask in a very good way. Lots of peat, and I'm getting that burn as it goes kind of down, but in a good way. It's like this warming burn. There's a whole kind of thing on the Swordstone of Mull on their website. You can look it up for this whiskey, but they have some lore behind the name and why they came out with this release. But this Madeira cask is actually quite nice. It's pretty chewy, it's pretty hot, and it's really charry and chocolatey to me. It does have this fruit element, and I just can't really pick it out. It's very delicious. I'm gonna add some water to it and see if the whiskey opens up a little bit. One of the things with the reviews too is sometimes especially something that's this high proof, I should probably let it go down in the bottle a little bit more before I do give it a review. But it is quite a nice whiskey, and as I expected, a 5-year island peated malt from Ledaig at high proof is just gonna be bam, like right in your face, and I love it. Gonna add some water here. We're gonna do 3 teaspoons here. There's maybe a little bit less in the actual spoonful. Let's give it a little swirl here. All right, let's give it a nose. Honestly, it's just extra chocolatey with 3 little spoonfuls of water there. Super charred chocolate. It just comes out more. It is a little easier to nose with some water. It's very nice. Ooh, on the palate, adding water, it's actually really quite pleasant. I'm actually getting like a little like nuttiness. Not as much. Normally when I add water, there's like more of a peat hit. It's actually a bit muted. I get less of that kind of ethanol burn, and it's really got some nice fruity flavors. It's almost tropical fruits. I'm gonna try that again. Yeah, I'm almost getting like a charred mango. That's weird. It's very tasty. I think when you're getting into a whiskey like this, when I bought this, you kind of know what to expect somewhat. Is you're expecting something that's going to hit you in the mouth. Like you think of like the Ardbeg Wee Beastie, which isn't even close to this proof point. If it's a young peated whiskey, it's going to have a lot of power. It's going to come in hot. It's going to want to punch you in the mouth. And if you're into that type of whiskey experience, I think this is right up there with the best of them for young peated whiskeys. Yeah, with water, honestly, it's very good. And I'm not one that usually likes to put a ton of water in my whiskeys. I think this, at least where it's at in the bottle right now, definitely benefits from it. But if you're gonna get this whiskey and try it, I would recommend trying it neat first, get that full experience of the peat and ethanol, and then add some water, get into the nose, the flavors. It's quite nice. Now, compared to some of the other Ledaig products, like I absolutely love the 18-year-old. It was number 2 on my whiskey of the year list for 2025. almost winning. The Sinclair series I love. The 10-year-old is amazing. A lot of their cask finishes I've had, and they're all very good, even though they're quite different experiences. This is a great whiskey. For what it's worth, I believe without shipping costs, it was about $78, 75, $80 on their website. Adding shipping depends on how many bottles you add. Since I did have to get this in the UK, I don't know if this is going to come out in the US or not. But I would recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Ledaig and this style of peat. If you're not into high proof peated young whiskeys, then I wouldn't go for it. But if you do like that type of style, I think like the Ardbeg Wee Beastie, anything that's kind of high proof with a nice cast finish to it, it's not going to disappoint you. I'm going to give it a score of 84 out of 100, and say recommend it as a buy at 84 if you're into this style of whiskey. It's got everything that's going for it. I love the Chig. I love the Tobermory distillery. I think they're just doing amazing things. Unfortunately, when it's moves all the way into distribution here in the US, it's a little bit more expensive than we'd like, comparative to other brands. But if you do buy direct and get several bottles, you can save on some shipping costs. But yeah, highly recommend Swordstone of Mull. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.